So says African success. Hi, my special one. So great to be here with you guys as always. Yesterday, social media was ablaze. Everybody was congratulating Yvonne Orji on her HBO special titled Mama, I Made It. I think it's stand-up comedy. Of course, we know Yvonne Orji from Issa Rae's HBO show called Insecure. Yvonne Orji, I believe, is an American actress of Nigerian descent. I believe her parents are Nigerians who relocated and raised their children abroad. I don't know if she was born here or there, but I'm so happy for her. Congratulations. However, just seeing the way everybody was flooding to say this is a win for Nigeria, it got me thinking, is this really a win for Nigeria? Because I don't really see what Nigeria contributed to her success besides her family history. If Yvonne was a comedian working here in Nigeria, I mean, the height of her career would probably be shows at Echo Hotel or stuff like that. So the question that I was thinking about yesterday is, why is it that even though technology has kind of leveled the game, where the world is now a global village, why do people still need to relocate in order to attain international success in whatever industry? Why can't we stay here and have international success, being that the mode of distribution, which is, for example, entertainment, Netflix and things online, is universal? So we're living in a global village, but still playing original game. Why? Why does choosing to live in Africa or in Nigeria almost become like a death sentence on your aspirations and your dreams, saying that you will always be a regional player? And this really got me thinking, because to be honest, people like Yvonne Orji, John Wega, Chiwetel Ejiofor, the Canadian sports guy, Masai Ujiri, I don't really classify them to be Nigerians, because first of all, their parents made a decision to take them out of Nigeria, and that decision really accounts for a lot in their success. Now, no offense to these people, I'm sure they're wonderfully talented and intelligent people, but it wasn't anything that they did special that really accounted for their success. It was the environment that they found themselves, so to speak. So that kind of lets me believe that an enabling environment kind of is more important in bringing out the extraordinary in ordinary people versus individual skill. Not saying that individual skill is not important, but no matter how wonderful your individual skill is, if you're not in the right environment, it will limit you, so to speak. And when I really started believing this was when I started watching a lot of YouTube interviews. For filmmaking particularly, I started watching a lot of Hollywood Reporter Roundtable. And of course, for other businesses, the Elon Musk and the Bill Gates, I watched, they also have interviews on YouTube. You know, Reed Hastings, Bob Iger, any great person. And one thing that really struck me about them is when they talk, they are very knowledgeable. And that kind of let me believe that there was a intentional selection at play in the West, where they actively seek out and give opportunities to the best of the best. It's not just a random thing where it kind of lets me believe that if they really see potential in you, you are harnessed and the environment is enabling enough to push you to become all you can do. And that kind of lets me know that in Nigeria, if we stop focusing on ass kissing and politics and just focus on the things that really matter, talent, know-how, skill, knowledge, and really give these people opportunities based on these things alone, we will see a monumental growth in all our industries. And don't get me wrong, nobody owes you anything. You have to prove yourself. But at the same time, the honest lies on us as individuals, as corporations, and as government to actively seek out these people and give them chances. Okay, take the Canadian Immigration Express Entry, for example. Look at the things they ask for. 3 million naira per person, university education, no criminal record, good bill of health, work history. That lets me know that they're not just looking for anybody. They're not just looking for people. They are actively and unabashedly sieving out and looking for the best of the best that we have to offer, and they identify these people and they take them over there to go and work their economy. Now, If our environment was more enabling, these people would stay and work for us here. So the point I think I'm trying to make is that we need to unlearn this habit of waiting for people to go abroad and prove themselves before we see their own value here. And yes, the Bible does say a prophet is more recognized outside than his hometown. But you see other countries who are very patriotic, who are grooming their own. Why can't we do that? Nigeria is said to be the giant of Africa, and our claim to this is our population. Yet we don't regard our own people. A friend of mine cracked a joke, more like a satire, that any big business that aims to flourish in Nigeria has to have one Oyibo person that they show off in meetings. And this is sad, but it is true. We kind of always wait for an Oyibo stamp of approval on our own in order to engage. And that, I feel, is the fundamental problem that we have, is that we don't regard our people. We always feel like we don't know anything, or even those that know these things, we see them as a threat to us. And rather than harness people for just skills and talent, we go around screaming, oh, talent is not enough. That is like our mantra. Yet we sit down here and hail companies like Marvel, who, when they want to start a new superhero franchise, tend to go out, pick a young actor, don the cape on them, and blow them up. They seek people based on talent. And like I said, just watching these YouTube shows also makes me know that they actually seek people that have the skill, the knowledge, the talent, the know-how. Then they bestow the others upon them. For us, it's the reverse. And I find it very ironical because we always hate on our politicians, but the ability to be a good politician, to know how to curry favor from people, seems to account more for Nigerian success than anything else. If you're good at people management, you're good at schmoozing people, you will rise fast in Nigeria. And don't get me wrong, people management is a very vital skill, very important to learn. But we should learn to look beyond this and just actually look at what does this person know? Is this the best person for the job? And we should make those things count for something. Because this is my prediction. If we continue the way we are going, what's going to happen is that manufacturing, sports, entertainment in Nigeria, they're going to rise. They're going to take over from the loss of the oil revenue and become our biggest things. But they will be foreign owned. So what is going to happen in Nigeria is you're going to have big studios owned by Disney and Sony. You're going to have big stadiums, owned by the Yankees or whatever clubs they have in America. You're going to have manufacturing plants owned by companies in China. They will be here. They will have a Nigerian CEO as a cover. They will employ locals. They will harness local crafts and talent. But the main ownership on top will be foreign owned. And it would just be like what's happening to our crude oil. Well, it comes from here. We send it abroad, to be refined, and then we buy it back. And that's what's going to happen, is that we're going to see a big boom in all these industries, but the leadership and the biggest revenue source is going to come from outside, and it's going to go back outside. So now, much as the government has a lot to do with the solution, individually, this is my suggestion. Look around you. There has to be one person, be it your cleaner, your driver, your cook, somebody around you who you feel is underrated, who you feel has potential. Look at that person and say to yourself, what can I do about this? What can I do to harness this great potential, this great talent in this person? And it doesn't have to be anything great, like giving the person money. Even if it's just mentoring, teaching the person how to better themselves. Because if each one does one, we will see a general rise in accessing our biggest and greatest commodity, which is our population and our people. So let's really, really try to take advantage of what we have, and stop waiting for people to have to leave in order to see what was right in front of us, which is so great. That's my success. I hope my points came across completely. Always remember to practice your empathy, and empathy means what you don't want someone to do to you, don't do it to another person. Approach situations with compassion, understanding, and an open mind. Practice your empathy. Thank you so much, my special ones, for watching, and always remember that I love you.